How do you fancy living a longer, healthier, happy life?
Well, who wouldn't? And it's really, really easy because Dr Sara is going to explain all. And literally this morning, you're going to fix it for all of us, right?
We're all going to be centarians.
No, absolutely. Pressure, Sara.
Yes, you've got some tips that we need to take on board.
So at the moment, our current life expectancy for men is 79 years, for women it's 82.9 years. But there are some simple things that we can all do to try and help improve our life expectancy. Yes, some of it is genetics, but there are things that we can do in a day-to-day, easy way.
Yeah.
So firstly, I think it's a boring one because everyone always goes, oh, fruit and vegetables, obviously. But we know that eating 30 fruit and vegetables over a period of a week, 30 different ones, can help improve our healthiness. And I've been asked to specifically pick one fruit or vegetable.
I like this, though.
I know.
What should we be?
I know, I was like, God, the pressure. And I'm not a huge believer in superfoods or things like that. And I think it's a bit unfair to suggest one of those fruits that you can only get in an island in the middle of the
Please say
Pacific.
chips. Please say chips. Please say chips.
I'm sorry, it's a non-starchy vegetable. I'm going with the humble broccoli.
Oh, yes.
I know, it's cheap, it's easily accessible, but it's brilliant. It's got a chemical called sulforaphane in it. And it's been shown that this is an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory. And within hours of eating a broccoli, you'll find those levels go up in your bloodstream and they help with our immune defences. It also contains vitamin C, vitamins A, vitamin K, other nutrients. And, for example, vitamin A is great for our eyes. We need it for a reduced risk of cataracts, for age-related macular degeneration, so poor eyesight as we grow older. And it's also been found to help with liver problems and even fight cancer. So it's,
good old broccoli.
It's brilliant.
And you can make it taste nice.
Absolutely, you can do lots with a bit
and
of broccoli.
You don't have to eat loads of it. 2 spears and you're done.
What about learning to love a pulse?
Yes, pulses are one of my favourites because they are really high in fibre. Just one portion of pulses, which I think, the seeds from legumes, things like beans, peas, lentils, just one portion is a third of the amount of fibre that you need to eat in the entire day. And we know that fibre is brilliant for reducing our blood pressure. It helps with our digestion, constipation. It's also linked to lower risk of stroke, type 2 diabetes, bowel cancer. And it's also needed as the prebiotic, the thing that our microbiome, our healthy gut bacteria, feed off. And that's linked to better mood and improved immune system. So pulses are incredible and they're so humble, but
and
so
they don't
brilliant.
get enough good PR, do they? They don't get enough good PR.
The great thing, but you can hide them.
Yes, that's
You can hide them in food. You just squish them in and the kids don't know.
They're great for kids, exactly.
Nuts?
Yes, nuts, again, are incredible because they contain a lot of nutrients and minerals, but they're also high in unsaturated fats, so those are the healthy fats. Now, not all nuts are equal. Some nuts have some saturated fats in them, things like your macadamias, your Brazil nuts and your cashew nuts are slightly higher in those saturated, unhealthier fats, but still great. Just be mindful of how much of those you're eating. But the walnut, that is my number one. Because it's high in unsaturated fats, low in saturated fats. And there was this incredible study done by Harvard where they took 93,000 older men and women over 20 years. And they found that those that ate a portion of nuts 5 times a week were more likely to live an extra 1.3 years.
Oh.
So I think it's worth it.
Do they change when you cook them? Are they still good?
Well, it's not often that you cook walnuts, but
I dry roast them.
Oh, do you? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yes, no, they still have
some chips.
Okay, this is where we're going. Yes, they still have their properties
you can eat a walnut
when you
cook
them, but not great when you add salt. Not great if you add honey to them, because those are all things that can counteract the healthiness.
A little snack.
Yeah, just a little snack.
Okay, whole grain. We've got a minute left, so whole grain can help you live a lot longer.
Yeah, whole grains are the whole of the grain, so making that switch from white bread to brown bread, white pasta to brown pasta. We know that whole grains help with increased fibre, energy. They also contain vitamins and minerals to them, like vitamin E and vitamin Bs. And we found that those that regularly eat whole grains have reduced risk of heart disease. Yeah.
And if you eat earlier, it's better, right?
Yes. So eating earlier on in the day, they found these blue zones, these areas where people live over 100 years. And the common denominator there was that they tend to eat breakfasts earlier, lunch earlier, and may or may not even eat dinner. And if they were to eat dinner, it tends to be earlier. So the studies are suggesting that actually eating earlier on in the day might be the key there.
OK.
All
there
good
you go.
advice.
Earlier, the better.
That's it. Have dinner for breakfast and get a good run at the day, I say,
There
Dr
you
Sara.
go. I like
Thank you
that.
so
I'm going
much.
to do everything you said. Broccoli and walnuts
There
for
you
tea tonight.